Fight frogs.
I should have known you were frogs this whole time.
Oh fuck, I forgot to bring my drawing of Moira McCaffrey. God damn.
Oh, rats. Alright, so...
When last we left our...
They're really not
Dipshits.
heroes, you guys.
we keep on going back to this.
Yeah.
We've been
To
over
be
this.
fair, we are currently acting in like the most heroic fashion we have so far.
Are we? We're gonna beat up
We're gonna go beat up a
Halfway.
dude who beat up our friend?
someone.
Acquaintance. Positive acquaintance.
I mean, you guys didn't really talk to him at all.
Alright.
I'm just manifesting the loathing I feel for my own race and people who are physically better off than me.
Speaking of which...
Bram's not.
No, but you've got to let that out.
Bram has to. No.
Okay. no.
Bram hates his own race more than. or-
Yeah. Well, anyway. So...
I'm gonna say the H word! No, Bram, don't say the H word. That's racist.
What if Hobbit is like a slur?
Oh, you dropping the Oh!
Simon, do you know what you've just done?
Oh my god. What have I done? I shouldn't have said anything. I should have just stayed quiet. Now all I've done is perpetuate hatred.
There is a certain quality to the word hobbit. You know, maybe it's the two B's. The kind of.
It's like the hard T at the end.
Ooh. No, it's okay. I just called him a hobbit. That's like what the kids say in the rap videos.
No, you see, you call someone a hobbit if you're like, you know, it's kind of like what a halfling says to another halfling.
Mm-hmm.
But if
I'm
you
like,
say,
that's cool.
But if you
Hard
say,
T, hard T, you
yeah,
can't do.
yeah. Like, hey, what's up, my hobbits?
It's a really good thing YouTube doesn't pay attention to our videos.
Yeah, oh, thank goodness.
Thanks, YouTube.
Hey, thanks for making us unpopular.
Yeah, we'll just get a copyright strike if anyone bothers to watch this.
Oh.
Okay.
Last we left our... God damn it, man. They were in transit between River Break and the northern city of Logport on a quest to find Moira McCaffrey, extremely large halfling and giver of bad vibes.
The very
And
same.
also face massages.
And also powerful face massages.
What? When did this become a thing?
What?
That's what we call punching you in the schnoz.
Oh, okay. Okay. I guess I didn't catch on. Well, so this is like right after we killed that gremlin,
Yes.
right? Okay.
And I
Well-
broke my bow while doing it, that fucker.
And you met the two elves.
They're also fuckers.
All right.
They even do anything? Or
No.
they're just fuckers.
They're just fucking about.
No, they were just passing through, man.
The elves are thoughts and care not for the laws of man. Yes, with thoughts. That's the kind of speech you bring up right after talking about how, you know, mankind was leading the world to a golden age, but the elves were thoughtful and cared not for the laws of man. All right. Anyway.
Yeah, you know, say what you want about Tkohl and how cursed it is. At least I didn't make all the elves' thoughts.
All right. So after we talk to those elves,
All right,
we're gonna.
So you are currently 2 days into your 5-day trip up to Logport.
Okay. So
it is currently Fiddy. Yes.
All right.
The pronunciation of the 5th day of the week in Tkohl has a bit of variation. Some people pronounce it 5D, some people pronounce it Fiddy, and some people pronounce it Fiddy.
Fiddy.
Alright.
A fine fiddy. All right. So, do you want us to roll for anything?
Yeah. Roll a survival check.
Okay. That is a 15.
19.
Ugh.
Get over here, you.
Present. The highly cursed D12.
Why is it cursed?
Just look at it.
Wait, may I see? Well, once you.
Where are all of my D20s hiding? I have like 4 of them. Why can I not see any of them?
God, that is cursed.
There we go. That's a 19 on the die. My bonus is not small.
What even is this one?
First D12.
Yeah, but this.
Huh?
I can't even tell what that is.
That shape?
Well, don't smudge it up worse, but I think that was a
Okay.
4? 9?
4 is right there.
26.
Alright.
Anyways, Greer can take better care of it than I can.
Oh, it's 7. 7.
Added to my extensive collection of D12s that I will never use because there isn't a single goddamn game that uses D12 for some reason.
Well, if we're gonna work on the Persona system, we can do those mechanics together. And we can make them D12 base, just for you, sport.
You should do a Fibonacci dice sequence.
Yeah.
1, 1, 3, or 1, 1, 2, 3.
5, 8,
8.
13.
Leveling up a key attribute means you get to roll dice from that row of the Fibonacci sequence. But you also have to roll dice to see which number in the Fibonacci of that line of the Fibonacci sequence. So you either just get a 1 flat out, or if you roll in the middle of that line, you get to roll a D23 or something.
This is cursed.
We should do it.
It's very cursed.
Alright, well, I think we survived.
Yeah, you did. The forest is eerily quiet today.
Okay, that's.
There's...
If we're into coal, that's a bad thing.
I mean, if you're not into coal, that's a bad thing.
Like,
There's a reason that humans are designed to freak out when things get super quiet. Because if there aren't any birds or other animals making noise somewhere out in ye olde wilderness, that's a bad sign.
Is this something we hear, or are you just shitposting over there?
You know, I don't know that it has to be one or the other. I feel like we could do a little column A, a little column B.
Okay, so is there a gremlin that's just like not attacking us? Being like,
Yeah.
copper pieces. I mean, you've got tons of copper pieces, so.
Yeah, how many copper pieces do you have?
Yeah, why do you keep going for copper pieces, but one of your most consistent political philosophy is just fuck pennies?
Because it annoys Michael.
Honestly, I'm not even annoyed by it at this point. It's just great for shitposting.
Also, copper pieces can actually buy things of useful value in D&D. A copper piece is like a whole $1 in real world
You
money.
can make a bronze sword out of pennies.
Yes, but that would be illegal because
No,
the United States, as soon as the penny became so not worth shit that you can actually theoretically make money by melting down pennies and selling them for scrap, passed a law that it was illegal to destroy U.S. currency.
The law states that it is illegal to profit off it, but if you are destroying U.S. currency for education, entertainment, or associated activities, it is legal.
Okay.
So
what you're
if you
saying
melt down
is...
pennies and sell the copper, that's illegal. But if you melt down pennies and make a bronze sword out of it, that's legal.
As long as we never ever sell the bronze sword.
Exactly.
Our legal system, everybody.
Lawful alignments are the best, you guys. Definitely.
Law.
To be clear here, most lawful alignments with hate a legal system are complicated too.
Anyway, so you see
I care about human beings as a human being. I feel kind of bad when I see one with like a severe mental handicap. That's how lawful alignments would feel about a legal system.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, anyway, we survive. What happened?
Yes. For a little while, you do see a bizarre angular snake rolling end over end along the along next to you in the woods, holding a single copper piece and looking directly at Lily, saying, "I smell pennies."
What's a penny?
Fuck off, snake.
Peace off, ghost.
This stuff just happens, I guess. Just happens to us.
At the words "fuck off," it stops, places its penny against a tree, and begins rolling the penny up the tree, apparently using the penny to pull itself up the tree as well, and is gone.
Did it have to be this way? I wonder. I just wonder if, like, at the start when things were getting laid down, if this was a decision or if this just had to happen.
I wonder. Yes, I wonder if there's a different way to do it.
Because if it was a decision, I kind of want to meet whoever made it and like rip their junk off or something.
Oh, little did you know that Musor himself was watching over you, giggling quietly to himself.
Well, I'm just going to keep walking and live my life as if that hadn't happened, because I don't think much will change.
Anyway, through the course of the day, the woods remain hauntingly silent. Almost no sounds are made aside from your feet crunching against the trail. You find almost nothing to eat that day.
Something big in the woods must have spooked things off.
Except near the end of the day, when you pitch camp, a rabbit comes hopping out of the woods and stops in your campsite.
Hey you.
The rabbit looks at you, but with the telltale lack of understanding that belies a complete lack of supernatural intelligence.
Well, I don't have any ranged attacks.
Bram just pulls his crossbow out, slowly aims it at it, and just shoots it.
Alright,
If
roll.
it's not doing anything.
Roll to attack.
Yeah, roll to attack.
Alright.
What's the AC on a rabbit?
You might be able to find it in familiar.
If it's not like consciously dodging that does things, like AC is built with the assumption that you are like
Trying
doing
to...
things to like keep yourself safe. You aren't just standing there and taking it. So
Alright.
I'm not sure what the mechanical effect of that is.
I mean, I would assume it is at least flat-footed and is denied its dex bonus. If you are in fact standing perfectly still, I would say you count as an object, which means you have a -5 dex bonus, basically.
Alright.
So
Just don't roll shit, I guess.
basically, you have 5 plus size modifier for its AC.
Okay, that's,
Be like
10.
plus 2.
no, that's 12.
Okay, yeah, 12.
Alright. With a thud and the screech that a dying rabbit does in fact make, the thing keels over, dead.
Purify food and drink before we do anything else, because I don't trust it.
Alright?
Rabbits are very untrustworthy.
Especially when they just hop into camp.
And especially
and
when
let
they're
you
dead.
shoot them.
What does your purify food and drink look like?
Just sort of rub my hands together, and then I poke the thing with both hands.
Alright. A subtle sort of black tinge creeps from the thing's body, concentrates around your 2 fingers, and then fades.
Wow, that was nasty.
Well, it worked. It purified.
Yeah. I'm glad we didn't not purify it.
Well, I guess we just roast it up and eat it then.
Yep.
Alright, so you're gonna, like, skin and dress it?
Yep.
Yeah.
Alright. When one of your daggers pokes into the main sort of chest cavity of the thing, when you go to make the main incision and gut the rabbit, copper pieces begin to spew out of it as if it were a geyser of blood, and a long shriek from the woods yells,
Well, hey, it's,
Oh, a penny is a copper piece. It doesn't make me feel any better about the situation, but I put it together.
I don't know, free copper though.
Yeah. Scoop that shit
How
up.
many pennies do we end up with at this point?
If only Erodies were here. You bastard.
Four.
4 copper pieces.
How does that work?
How is that a
They
shower?
spill out like a geyser, and then when we scoop them into bags and then count, it's just 4s.
Yes.
Like I'm imagining like a big pile and we just get it in the bag. Alright, so let's just count it all. 1, 2, 3, 4. Wait, hang on. That's not
To be
right.
fair, this was not me making it cursed. I rolled a D percentile.
See, usually I just like re-roll in that situation or slap a number on there, but or re-roll before I describe the pennies, but you know, it's Tkohl.
Whatever.
Bram just kind of looks at the 4 coppers and says, you know, my uncle Clundo killed himself when I was 22, and I think I get it now. At least we think he killed himself. It could just be that the goat was that angry, but I think it was set up.
Maybe it was murder.
I mean, the goat definitely, from its perspective, was just trying to kill him, but Clundo was
I don't
asking
know. It
for
could have been premeditated.
He accepted it with uncharacteristic grace.
Well, copper for you. 2 coppers for you.
Oh, I think.
1 copper for me.
Do we still have that wooden piece?
Yeah.
Cool.
And I still have my half a copper piece.
Good. Good.
Is the rabbit carcass still around?
Yeah.
Okay.
So like it still had meat on it.
Yes.
Okay.
Alright.
If you're cool with there being a lot of copper flavoring to your meat, it will.
Meat is meat.
That is true.
Okay, and 1 rabbit hide too.
Must have been painful. Just having those pennies inside of his body.
I got guts that jingle, jingle, jingle.
Okay, well we put the bunny on
I've got
spit.
innards that jingle, jangle, jingle. There it is.
yeah, there we go. That's much better. Okay.
All right.
Roasted over the fire. Does anything else supernatural happen tonight?
No.
This candle is like not. Look at it. I'm trying to drain the wax out so the candle can burn properly, but it doesn't have anywhere to go.
Roll it around the rim. Just like roll it around the sides of the thing.
I get guts.
Jingle, jingle, jangle.
Okay. Anything happen when we go to bed?
I don't know.
We should probably post a watch.
Yeah.
I don't know.
This
I
feels
think-
like a post a watch.
I think that's a given though.
Yeah.
Went out. I was trying to pull the wick out of its own
gunk.
Yep. This is a poorly designed candle.
I am very disappointed. Alright, so next.
All right. The night passes without incident.
Alright, very good. So
And that is the third day of your trip. The 1D.
alright. Well wasn't it whatever. Yeah.
It was Fiddy yesterday.
Okay. Now it's Monday. So-
yes, now it is 1D.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess we keep going.
Yes, this is the third day of your trip. And yeah, everyone roll a survival check.
Alright. Ooh, that's 18.
19.
notice during the course of the day that the trail has gone thin.
Okay. Like, it's just narrowing, or?
Like rattier and like less maintained.
Oh, okay.
Kinda both? You could maybe tell more if you looked more closely, but
Well, that sounds like a perception check.
that could be a perception check.
Alright, that's 15.
17.
That's 27.
Alright,
What do my elf eyes see?
alright, your elf eyes. So it was 15, 17,
I got 15. You got
15, 17, 27? Alright, Lily, these two don't seem to notice, but you have noticed that the path is... It's not unnaturally shrinking. It's not as if someone has made the plants around it grow so that it's a narrower path or anything. It's just become more overgrown.
Okay.
So, if it is a fae or another magical being playing tricks on you, they're not just wiping out the trail.
Okay.
Like they didn't magically fuck up the trail to get it this way.
Yes.
It has been this way for a while.
Yes.
Alright. Well, let's keep going.
Yeah.
I mean, whatever happens, happens. That's kind of what we're stuck with.
Yep.
Alright. Everyone roll another survival check.
Alright, that's
20.
20.
Alright. Bram and Errol, you two soldier on through the sort of thicket and the bramble of the overgrown path. Bram with your tough little halfling footsies and willingness to just face tank brambles to the nose. And Errol with your being tall. But Lily, after 20-30 minutes of hiking, you have difficulty hearing the footsteps of Bram and Errol.
I mean, we wouldn't be going ahead of her. I guess not without some magic fuckery, but...
And another sound has cropped up just on the edge of your perception. The kind of sound where if it happened at night when everything was quiet, you would still maybe think you were just hearing things, but it's a repeated, almost subconscious noticing.
How tall is the grass?
About hip height.
Wow.
I'm going to sink down to the ground. Hide in the grass, scythe out.
Alright. As you sink into the ground,
The hunt was long. The night and the hunt was long.
Okay.
alright, as you sink into the ground, the sound gets louder. That's weird. Even having sunk to the ground, getting out of sight and presumably putting grass between you and whatever has made the sound, it's closer. It's louder. It's more distinct.
Gonna put my ear to the ground.
The sound is a little more muffled now. But, being down in the grass, you can hear more of what the sound is. It's melody. There's tune to it.
Lily's going to try to sing along.
Alright. Roll a perform sing check.
17.
Oh, not bad.
Lily, what are you doing? Like, I can hear Lily singing this, right?
Yes. Probably.
Yeah, Bram would be like trailing behind Errol, like hand on the cloak, if the grass is above his eye level. So
You are my son.
whatever.
This is my terrible son. I love him very much.
And the nasty crying boy. And I'm the trash man.
Anyway, as you begin to sing along, the flute stops. It's a flute. And then starts up again.
Lily?
What are you doing? Well, perception.
No.
17.
No.
I don't hear it.
20.
That's a nat 20.
Alright, Bram, you catch something. Just for a second. It might not have even been there. It's like smelling something horrible for just an instant. Or something good. It's like smelling
A strong smell.
a really powerful scent, but just for a moment, and then it's gone again.
Did you?
No, you're not actually smelling it. It's the
Oh.
audio equivalent of it.
Oh, it's an audio equivalent of smelling. Okay, that clarifies everything. Do you? No, I hear that too.
I don't hear anything.
Get further into the grass.
Okay.
Bram just sort of sits down, cross-legged, and leans in. It's near to the earth.
An ear to the earth as well.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, me too.
The sound becomes quieter as you put your ear to the earth. But it's definitely louder down here in the grass. Errol, you get down into the earth as well?
Yes.
Alright, you almost hear something.
Okay.
It's so faint it might not be there.
Yeah.
The two might be playing a prank on you.
Alright.
But
I think I kind of hear something, but I'm not sure.
It's fluting. Underground flutes.
Lily, to you the sound has become more distinct.
Can I tell a direction?
Maybe with like a perception check.
18.
You think, yes, maybe. It seems to be coming from almost directly, no, not directly perpendicular, like a 60-degree angle, 70. It might be shifting, or you might not be quite getting where it's coming from, but you've got a general idea. There's a cone you could definitely search through, and you're
But
pretty
it's
sure it's there.
Also decidedly off the path.
Yes.
Let's just start slowly walking down the path. Make sure not to leave it.
Alright.
But I'm still gonna like stay crawling through the grass and like keeping an ear out for what's happening.
Yeah, keeping on the path, but trying to get closer to it, I guess.
Yeah.
Alright. Slowly through the underbrush, it begins to get louder, more distinct. Errol, you probably hear something.
Okay.
There's definitely something there. It's quiet and sort of ethereal, difficult to keep a hold of in terms of perception, but it's there.
Okay.
Bram, you are starting to hear it much more clearly now.
Mhm.
There's a melody to it. You hear that you now hear that it is definitely music.
Alright.
After those 10 minutes, you seem to have gotten as close to it as you can in terms of what I will describe as Y space. The rest of the distance between you seems to be on an x-axis.
Like we reach the point where the path is closest to the source of the sound.
Yes.
Yeah. Alright. Do you want to stick
How
our
much
noses?
rope do we have?
Well, I have none.
Well, okay. I believe that answers the question. I'm pretty sure I don't have any.
Yeah.
Do you have any?
Nope.
You know, you do have a scythe, and you're in long grass.
True.
Now, I don't want to tell you how to live your life or anything.
Yeah.
You know, that's not my job.
A scythe. Long grass.
I know.
Bram, burn a tree down.
We'll mark the trees.
I mean, to be fair, we've pretty clearly fluffed this as not an agricultural scythe, but
Yeah, but I mean,
Yes.
you could still cut
Yeah.
stuff down with it.
yeah, I will clear.
It's still in the right shape for it,
Yeah,
more or less.
I will start scything my way from the path towards the sound.
Scything my way downtown.
Make our own path.
Cotton grass.
I'll beat your ass.
And I'm homebound. Da, 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 da.
Okay.
All right. I
So-
guess we're sticking our noses in this. Might as well.
Slowly through the trail, slowly through the newly blazed trail, the flute gets louder and louder. It seems to be stopping and starting, always ending on an increase of 2 notes in ascending pitch.
Like dum dum.
Yes,
Something like
yeah, something like that. Always ending with almost a musical question. It will then the flute then goes silent for a bit, and then starts up again, playing a small musical phrase and ending on a musical question mark.
I'm going to reply by singing us a similar musical phrase, but make sure it ends in a
Descending.
descending.
All right.
Want another perform check?
You fucking sing a sang. All right. Roll a survival check for me. That's what we asses do.
Just Lily?
Yeah.
Okay.
Oof de doof da. 13.
All right. The music doesn't get much louder, but it does persist. It's unclear as to whether you're making any progress, but you're definitely not going backwards. The music is still there and it's still reaching out.
Are they leading us on deeper in?
I'll keep going.
Okay, another survival check if you'd be so kind.
Also 13.
All right, the same result. At this point, it is late in the evening and you are deep in the woods. The trail behind you is still there and hasn't appeared to have gone anywhere, but it's been at least 2 hours down this blazed trail by what you can see of the sun. It's getting late in the evening now, probably around 7 or maybe 8. The sun will almost certainly go down soon.
If we're gonna camp, we're gonna have it rather camp on the trail, not in the weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
We don't know if this grass is suddenly gonna grow, and we'll be lost. We can continue this another time, maybe,
Yeah.
hopefully. But it's, we're all pretty weak. Oh, by the way, did we heal at all from the last encounter?
Well, you slept for a night, so...
Okay.
We would have cast healing spells yesterday, so.
Yeah, that's true. All day.
Okay. Let's...
Alright.
I guess we go back down the path that we made and try to set up camp near the trail.
Alright. As you turn around and begin your trip back through the the bush towards the trail, the music becomes more frantic, pressing, urgent. The questions become more frequent and higher pitched.
Oh, I guess it wants us to stay, or maybe, I guess it needs help now.
Fuck it. Lily's just going to sprint in its direction.
All right.
If the forest swallows her whole and she's never seen again, I guess fuck it.
All right.
Yeah, you know what? I think one of our character's greatest strengths is that we really don't care about our lives, so let's just go for it.
You know, man, if this turns out to be something bad, oh well. All right.
That's just how it is.
Now I have so much to live for. No, whatever.
All right. With a turn on a dime, Lily bolts out into the dark of the woods, with Errol and, to a certain degree, Bram following.
No, piggyback again. No.
All right. Dun 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 dun. All right. And at hearing that, the flute strikes up what can only be described as a triumphant marching song.
Okay.
The pace increases to what is almost a gallop. There's a thrilling, almost primal tone to it, as if it's the exaltation of wild animals.
Yeah. Errol thinks to himself for a second, I should get a horse.
Yeah, I feel like Tkohl is both the setting that we really most need a horse and cart, and also the only one where we're not going to get it for a while.
Yeah. Because we're poor.
Oh.
I mean, I could sell the longsword and get a pretty penny, but we just saw something about pennies.
Fucked.
Also, that's not enough to buy a horse. Horses are pretty expensive.
Like you can get a
I
horse for
suppose it is
$75.
Masterworks, so.
Yeah.
You know, when we're in Logport, there'll be horses. You could steal one.
Yeah, okay, look. Getting caught for stealing horses is on the bottom of Bram's shit list, because then he's gonna end up in a wagon with a bunch of stormcloaks who got caught up in that Imperial ambush.
And he was just trying to cross the border.
Yeah.
You picked a bad time to come home, friend.
Skyrim, but everyone's a hobbit. But the Nords are all really short.
Anyways.
I saw someone who decided to recreate the opening to Skyrim in fucking TF2. And so Scout is the dude who tries to run away at the beginning.
You're not gonna kill me!
And he fucking bolts off, and then he gets headshotted by a huntsman, and off screen you hear the sniper go, "Headshot conga!" And you hear like quietly the fucking drums of the conga line taunt.
Okay.
It's fucking stupid. Anyway, and after what might be hours of running without getting tired whatsoever, you break into a clearing headlong, tripping over a root and landing face first in the dirt.
All of us?
All of you.
Okay, so I've got we both
He
slammed
just
up.
runs gut first into a room.
No,
Oh!
you're. No, I picked you up and you were on my.
Oh,
I was
God,
back
yeah.
in. So we both just hit the ground at the same time.
So both of you trip on the same route like it's a car fucking tune, and Bram, you get fucking launched by arrow.
I believe.
no, I think we all hit the ground at the same time. He's still.
I do like
he's
the
still,
idea of you losing your grip and Bram just,
Straight into a tree.
I also like the image of all
shooting stars background for a few frames and then he actually just hits a tree and it's
I also like the idea of us all just hitting the ground at the same time in unison. Ouch. Okay.
Alright, and as you all land, the flute does a quickly ascending finish to the song, just
It's the wind instrument equivalent of like stopping the records.
Yeah, just
And then we just very slowly get up.
Can we see the source of the fluting?
yes.
You better have a damn good
Who is
reason
the
for this.
You
flautist?
remembered! You remembered what the word for a person who plays the flute is!
A flautist?
Yay! A flautist!
Oh,
Isn't that great?
oh, lovely.
That word makes me happy.
Flautist.
Anyway,
Kind of like pianist.
but better.
Pianist! Eggman really likes classical music. That's
Yeah.
true.
He's also a feminist.
I hope Jim Carrey captures all the nuances of his character in the new.
We
Do
found,
not speak of the abomination.
we found the one piece of cursed media that Greer can't handle.
It's so hysterical how bad and how long and how consistent. Like, there's gotta be. What is the reason at this point? What is the cause of the continued. What the fuck of how the Sonic franchise is being managed? Are Sega just ass clowns? Are they just that bad?
It's just like
Sega owns Persona.
everything else.
God, can you believe that? That the people who make Sonic.
To be fair,
own-
Sonic Team is
No,
a separate
right.
branch of Sega.
Like, I just mean, like, Sega owns Sonic and Persona. Wait, Personic.
No!
No. Fuck you. No.
Oh my god, they have to, like, rip
Yeah.
off their shoes.
Atlas is able to retain a competent corporate culture and go from strength to strength. Sonic Team, I don't know who's making the decisions. I don't know how Sega lets them keep. Maybe Sega's just too permissive is the problem.
But see, here's the thing. Like, all of the shitty games up to this point can either be explained by having a reach farther than their grasp, or just not trying at all. Making a live-action movie adaptation of Sonic that then looks that bad.
Is that a Sega decision or a Sonic Team decision?
To be
I
fair,
don't care.
I think-
You have to actively be trying to ruin your franchise to do that.
Freedom will be waiting when the Sonic series dies.
This is my plan. I will fight for Nico.
Your Nico
Nico fucking need to kill myself.
Anyways,
The flautist.
the flautist is.
Oh god, new Sonic is one of the Fae.
Disgust.
So the flautist is huddled in the woods, a large sort of a bizarre hood question mark over its head hides its actual face, but it is covered in thin, well, not thin, just ragged, yeah, really ragged attire, held together primarily by strings and shave and like carved bone pins, stitching everything together in decorative staple lines, effectively. Long pieces of bone jewelry hang from necks and wrists and even fingers. The flute itself is in fact bone. It's a. If it weren't cowering from all three of you and kind of cute, you'd think it was a fucking demon, if you knew what a demon was. It for all the world looks evil, but acts really cute.
The mannerisms of a small lost child.
Yes. Like, you know that thing Isabel does when she's about to fire the gun where she like turns her face away and makes the scared frowny face? It's kind of doing that.
Okay. Well, Errol
It
is
is
going to.
as, if not more, scared of you than you are of it.
Okay,
Errol's not really scared
so
of it.
Errol's pulling himself out of the ground. Bram's legs just sort of limply slide, like his face is firmly implanted. He's just not even fighting it at this point. He's just kind of lying there, indented. Errol slides out from under him.
Yeah.
After a while, he just snaps a bit and shoves his hands in the ground. And halflings have a bit of a Scottish accent back where they come from. And Bram really fucking hates halflings, so he's suppressed his accent. Like, he hates the people he came from, but he can't quite help it. All right, what the... You best be a man and not a little man in there, or I'm gonna rip you apart.
Arrow's just...
I'm about this close to killing you and myself and basically everyone in this fucking woods. City person, Bram. Fuck.
The being hears the soft tones of Scottish spoken with the fury that only the fury and threat that only a Scottish person can speak those Scottish tones with, and further cowers back, sort of pushing themselves with their feet out towards the edge of the clearing.
Okay, kid. Okay, look. Just Uncle Bram here. Just ate some dirt in a whole bad mood. You tell us what you need, okay?
The being finally speaks, and none of you can understand it.
Oh, a shame.
What's the voice like, though?
Like, that... the first of those speaking in a voice made for the second of those. The first of those speaking a language meant for the second of those.
Okay.
It's like an anime girl speaking Finnish.
Yeah. Okay.
Like, the voice is
very tiny.
is small, sort of dithering and
Flat.
and flat, but the language is
Well, the flat is part of, like, Finnish's tone. Is very...
oh, okay.
Finnish people talk with a very level...
You're doing the fucking linguist on me.
No, I'm just, like, trying to capture...
No, yeah. The voice itself is sort of thin, lilting, dithering. It's kind of like hearing a butterfly.
Okay.
But the language is thick, heavy, almost like hard. It's a lot of like
It's a language that...
it's a lot of like back of the throat.
Yeah, it's a language that you could definitely cast a lot of dark spells in.
Yeah, it's a language composed primarily of like and d and t and.
He's only game where you have to be mad.
Exactly. Yeah, it's like an anime girl saying that. It's only game. Why you have to be mad?
Oh, fuck, I am so depressed.
Okay, well, shit. I don't think any of us know comprehend languages.
Nope, that's a second level spell.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure it's not on the druid spell list. So it's all up to you, man. You need to immediately go gain a level. And then learn comprehend languages.
If I had...
And then we come back here. And we're like, okay, we're good. Alright, what were you saying?
I mean, that's how this would work if this was a computer RPG. We appear to have lost a few minutes of footage.
Oh well.
No.
Well, who knows what happened? It's a mystery.
Who even knows?
People will make theories.
We'll get like a million of those hack channels making 10 dark Disney theories.
Okay.
Aladdin is a thief. Gotta eat to live. Gotta steal to eat. Has Aladdin been taking things that belong to other people? At first I wouldn't give this theory anyway, but then there's this haunting scene from the marketplace where Abu actually takes a watermelon that belongs to neither him nor Aladdin. Frame by frame.
Okay.
This shit is stupid. Anyway. Go on. So
Wow, I'm blanking on the River Break is where we're coming from.
Yeah.
So I'm gonna write.
We're coming from River Break.
We come from River Break.
We're heading for Logport.
No, just we come from River Break.
Okay.
We are Lily, Arrow, and Bram. Who are you?
The girl takes the parchment and spends a long time reading it. Apparently what you have just written translates to approximately a page and a half in her dialect.
Which fits on one page.
Yes.
As creepy magic.
Listen, you're writing on magic paper with a magic quill. Like, yeah, man. You're writing on actually very magic paper with a crazy magic quill.
Yeah.
Like, let's be clear here. It would not be out of the range of the amount of magic we have witnessed from these things. Or I have witnessed with my detect magic, I should clarify.
I'm not
For it to literally, when we write it, speak in every language known to any sentient entity whatsoever. What we just said. Or what we just wrote down. And then, like, act it out with, like, puppets.
Yeah, no, I'm not taking objection to that. I'm just pointing out this is another level of the fuckery happening.
It is.
Alright. So she takes a very long time reading it.
Yes. And writes something about a line of written text, and hands to you the piece of paper, and it simply says Pell.
Pell.
Yes.
That's her name, I guess.
P. It is spelled P-A-E accent E different accent L. And
Pell.
somehow well, if you
Maybe
just
she
read,
like bobs her head, says her name while she's handing it back.
yeah.
Penny.
So it is clarified how her name is spoken.
Yeah.
But God, is that not how it would be spelled in your languages?
I'll write another. Where are you from?
Alright. She takes the entire night really reading this novelique that you've written on this piece of paper.
She's moved to tears at some point.
At one point, she gets up, picks some wintergreen from the forest, makes herself a small cup of tea, sips a little bit.
I assume the fire is active at this point.
Of course.
With my magic.
Pets the squirrel. Pets a squirrel. Goes back to reading and writes,
I just kind of go like,
and she shakes her head.
Wait, have we actually talked about our level up experiences amongst each other?
Nope. So you don't know what the fuck this quill is.
I think I mentioned that I got it from Weird Spirit.
Yeah, no, I think we talked about it.
I think you guys mentioned it, but I don't think you guys ever like.
We never
explained what-
went in detail hashed it out.
Yeah, you were never like, I had an Ocean Man sequence. I saw some fucking West Virginia mountains. Bram will now kill me because I have been to his hometown.
Oh no!
Okay.
It's about 3:30, Michael. For
Yes.
your time.
Well, Greer as the player will try to jog John as the player's memory that this seems, if I remember correctly, your god entity thing referred to himself as coming from up in some weird abstract metaphorical sense.
Right. I should rewatch some of those old Tkohl episodes. It's been a while. How did the thing I was talking to describe itself, Michael?
Big.
The big. He was something.
You
he
too
was like
careful. He is a
spirit
big.
He was like a spirit of something, or he had like something associated with him. Like
Yes, when you asked him his name, he described himself as beauty, hallucination, and song.
Alright. Bram writes that down, and then here, question mark, up, question mark, and down, question mark, and hands it back.
The girl looks at it for a solid 30 minutes and hands it back, having made neither heads nor tails of it.
Bram pulls his sleeve down on his left arm where bent but not broken is written on his soul, and like...
The girl looks at it, looks closer at it, and takes the needle that was still absentmindedly in her mouth and sticks it back through her clothes, pulls another needle with some tiny, tiny inscriptions on it, or carvings, holds it and sticks it just into the side of her eye. And looks at the arm and takes it back out and shakes her head, blinking a couple of times, and puts the needle back.
Can we see her face at this point?
Yeah, you probably can.
Okay.
It's a fucking orc.
Oh!
Little orc girl.
Like it looks nothing like a regular orc. Orcs in Tkohl have sort of dull greenish skin, sort of a malachite or a sort of a dusty, sort of a dustier, muddier green color. But so like her skin tone is completely wrong, and she's really small for an orc. She's almost like fucking elf-sized, and she's really like thin.
On top of being a child.
On top of being a child, like, I mean, she's not like the proportions you are getting from her are not like child by human standards. They are like child by orc standards. So she's still large in terms of height, but she's kind of, she doesn't have any of the proportions of an orc, and the weird phenotypes are making it difficult to discern if she's like a child or a young adult or what the fuck.
She's an orc. Hey,
I feel like
Errol.
she's got the little tuskies.
Errol, what was the name of that orc that dropped by our place?
He was from the tribe of Zoom.
Zoom.
It was Zumai. That was his
Zumai.
name.
Zumai.
No?
We met. Know him?
The girl reads for a minute, scribbles something, and passes it back to you. And with a small arrow pointing at the name Zumai and a small annotation saying, "Different what? Do something?" And then an answer to the actual question, "No."
I think she means his name in the tribe of Zoom. Usually Zoom is put at the ends of names. But he switched his to the front.
Yeah. Orc left Zoom. Man chasing orc. Us chasing man. Man hurt friend.
The girl reads it for several minutes, getting a bit teary-eyed at one point. Writes something and hands it back. Good story.
Story is real. Doing now.
The girl reads it and becomes extremely excited to be participating in this good story.
Alright.
Okay.
Lily's gonna put her arm around the orc child and say, I think it's time we should get some sleep. And just sort of
We still don't know
retires to her bedroll.
Alright, the orc is kind of spooked by the people getting close, but she does her best to be alright with it.
Alright. We still don't know why she wanted us to come here.
I think we've established non-hostility to the point where we can sleep this off and deal with it in the morning.
Yeah, I guess.
Alright. Nothing bad happens.
Just
And
kidding, she robs you fuckers blind.
No, man. You wake up to an unconsciously an unnaturally maybe, a surprisingly loud snoring.
Oh.
And you have found that something about the way that perhaps it's something about the way that orcs' jawlines are different from humans. Because perhaps that's what it is. But the girl is snoring like a chainsaw.
Well, it's morning now, right?
Yes, and it is now the
Well,
morning.
fortunately, I seem to have slept through it.
But she is snoring quite loudly.
All right. You know, you wouldn't believe it, but Fourneau is actually a terrible snorer. One of the worst. I guess you don't know him, though. Well, whatever. So, do we even know why she brought us out here? Also, is that...
Why flute? I got this ready next time she wakes up, if you want to get her up.
Now, the path you made with your scythe is still there, right? Is it?
Well, I wasn't making a scythe when we actually ran all the way here.
Oh, that's right.
I suppose we just find the route we tripped over and walk in that way.
I pulled a sneaky on you.
I suppose.
It wasn't that sneaky. I knew what I was getting into when I went with that.
It's a little sneaky.
Nobody else might have, but
This is probably going to set us back a little bit, though. Oh well.
Alright. The girl finally awakes and looks up at the sky, realizes she is late for something, and Telltale begins running around packing up camp, then stops and looks at
Bram,
you.
just why flute?
The girl takes the piece of paper, reads the entire transcript. This takes most of the breakfast time. And then wrote, not know here, surprise someone, try to ask, come why, how you. Apparently the syntax of whatever language she is writing in does not translate well to common, or Elvish, Halfling, and Common very well.
Yeah, does Bram read what she writes in Common or in Halfling?
Halfling.
Okay.
And for you it is written in Elvish.
okay.
And for you it is written in Common. Maybe
Okay.
it's that the magic is trying to translate the syntax of her language into 3 other languages, and it's just like,
This is a meme language anyways. I'm sure Faye made it to be specifically bad for people to try and talk in.
It's like Esperanto, but shit.
Bram writes, follow flute, if you in hurry, just go.
She reads it and writes back, how here?
Followed flute.
And she writes, how?
Follow sound.
How here?
Ran at sound.
How here?
Think she means she doesn't know how she got here.
And then the girl points to her ears.
Oh, okay. No, okay, I can read the fucking...
It now becomes apparent to you that homophones in whatever language she speaks are not differentiated by spelling and are instead differentiated by context. I feel good. I knew that I would.
Okay. Well,
Normal sound to us.
The young woman girl, the orc, writes approximately 12 question marks.
Just is. Can't explain.
The orc just...
It do be like that sometimes.
Every now and then, they do.
Every now and then I get a little...
just has a big think.
I guess we could strike camp during that.
Yeah. Maybe while she's like really trying to ponder how that's possible, you guys break camp.
Yeah.
Lily will, as we're getting ready to leave, motion to see if she wants to follow.
The girl motions for the parchment and the paper again. Takes the needle back out. Bites down on the needle again to muffle whatever is making her scream. And writes, "Where go?"
Lockport.
Say friend.
Ah, good story.
Yeah.
She writes that and then writes, "No must up."
No must up or no must up?
No, must up. She she speaks the same words. She speaks like those words in her language to you, in her best attempt to use intonation that is probably incorrect for her language, but will communicate what she means to you in your language.
I think she's saying she can't come with us because she must go up.
Have a good time?
The girl nods.
Cool.
Hands you back the parchment and the paper, takes the needle out of her mouth, sticks it back in her sort of skirt.
Parchment and a paper.
The parchment and the quill, fucker.
Sorry.
Quickly strikes camp and does sort of a jaunting stride out into the woods, playing her flute again.
Well, that was kind of distracting, wasn't it? Well, now we have to find our way back to the...
As the girl leaves, a sense of guidedness and belonging sort of seeps out of your mind, and you realize that you are hella fucking lost.
Well, I guess we gotta find our way back somehow. I don't know, take the...
Lily just will just start casting create water and following the flow of that water until such a point in time as we reach a stream. And eventually that stream will get us to a river and we'll know where the fuck we are.
There's one big river around here.
A river runs through it. That's fucking genius, man. Goddamn.
Problem solving!
That's really fucking smart.
Create water is now also just shitty no direction.
Oh, I love this world!
I feel like this is like a note you might find in a manuscript in the Tower of the Arts. The spell functions also as a manner of knowing directions if one is deprived of other means, and the commentary is, Albert, you fucking idiot, how would you not know direction that bad that you need to brute force it like that?
This is like the fucking orb of slope detection.
Ding!
Alright, well...
Alright.
How many days does it take us to find the river again?
3. Wait. It's, 4.
Zumai's gonna die.
Probably already is.
Yeah.
You know, everything dies.
Alright. It is now 1D of the next week. We have been traveling for 12 days? Around there. So we are 18 days from our appointment.
Do we even fucking care that much?
No.
Macaulay can suck my dick when he comes back.
Who?
Macaulay Culkin. Fuckface, I don't know, what's he called? McCaffrey.
Moyer McCaffrey?
John McAfee.
Macaulay Culkin?
Okay, it's obvious I was intentionally shitposting there, right?
Minerva McGonagall?
Ooh, yeah. Good Scottish name.
Except for the part where she's named Minerva.
Well, it's Hogwarts. This is as Scottish as you get.
Yeah, of course it's as Scottish as you get. It was written by a British woman.
Who lived in Scotland. I mean, they're all like an English woman who lived in... Yeah, I think she was living in southern Scotland at the time she wrote Harry Potter.
Anyways, we'll start following the
At
river
least the
back
first-
home.
yeah.
Alright, back to River Break.
Are we just giving up?
I mean, we can go north.
Keep in mind,
Bram's attitude is he's just like acting, he reacts to his life. He doesn't have a plan.
I mean, keep in mind that the trip from Logport to River Break is 5 days there, and you could probably catch a boat down to get back faster.
That would cost money.
Logport is a place where you can make a lot of money.
Errol's also probably gonna want to keep going.
Shit, you could just like hop on some logs with some actual like lumberjacks and just ride that shit with them for like a copper.
Okay.
Honestly, you'd be more help than harm to them because there'd be three more sets of hands to unclog logs in case.
Okay.
So you could very well
Yeah.
hitch a ride back down the river for pretty cheap.
Okay.
Hell, we could spend the 4 copper we just got.
What have we eaten in the past 4 days?
No.
Didn't we have trail rations?
I mean, okay, yes, that's perhaps fair. The first, the 2D that you leave the camp, you don't need to eat. That's weird.
Okay. Very strange.
The 3D, you do need to eat. And I don't know, you should probably roll survival checks on that.
Do you want to just roll a check for like
The whole thing.
24.
Alright.
I got like 10.
Alright. Thanks to Lily, you all eat sufficiently. Maybe not well, but definitely sufficiently for the trip.
Any animals or just roots and stuff?
Mostly roots, maybe a bird or two. You had a boat
None of them
that you
exploded coppers all over the face, though, did they?
don't- No.
Oh,
Okay,
The penny snake doesn't come back.
I'll take some feathers off that bird.
Yeah, there's perhaps like a downed bird. Freshly deadened.
I'm just going to start keeping note of random odd shit that will probably never be useful, but given how desperate we are for things, I feel like a rabbit hide might in fact come in handy at some point. So I'm going to note down that we have it.
Alright.
Alright. So, what happens after that? Do we just, I mean, I guess we're just going to continue going up the river.
Yeah. Alright, back up the river then?
Yeah.
Alright. If you can like roll a survival check for the last 2 days of the trip up.
23
25.
and 18.
Alright. You all eat well. Maybe a deer one day.
Ooh.
Yeah, I'm gonna say a doe crosses your path, and
Alright. Deer high. You could
as
you could actually sell that for a pretty good price.
as you get close to Logport, a deer stumbles onto the path, an arrow stuck in its ribs. Apparently some hunter
Is the arrow salvageable?
flip a lens protector.
Things you make us do. The horrible, horrible things.
Yes.
Cool.
You have an extra arrow for that bow.
Michael, I don't know if you want to get food with us before you went home,
Yeah, we're getting close.
but... Okay.
I'm gonna get you into Logport.
13 arrows.
Yeah, we had our-
for the
we
bow
had our
that I don't
encounter.
got.
No, combat. But
Bram has not
encounter-
spent this much time in the woods in his entire life. He's not a city boy. He was raised in like the hilly country, but
Yes.
like different kind of woods than up here.
Errol's kind of at home in here.
Ah, a deer. Bram, that's a doe when it doesn't have horns. A doe, a female deer. Red dragon.
All right, Bram fucking explodes.
Yes! Finally!
All right. Anyway,
Leaves green goop all over the place from his ectoplasm. Oh,
It's like the Slimer.
he slimed me.
all right. So, after another 2 days and a deer on one of them, so those, you know, you could probably get a lot of stuff from that. You've got like the eyes and the guts and the bones and the hide and the meat.
You know what? Fuck it. Let's see what happens if I try to put the doe eyes on my crown. Anything?
They burn up.
Okay.
Hey, you've absorbed that doe's soul, I guess.
More quickly than the gremlin.
Now anytime you want, you can summon the dreadful power of a doe.
One doe.
Oh, they're useful assistants if you're doing magic tricks. It's fair.
Honestly, man, like, fucking making this into a summoning mechanic would be kind of hilarious.
It would fit the crown pretty like
Well,
I'm
crown
adding
Yeah.
subjects to my ethereal kingdom.
I
or
imagine at
shit.
some point these artifacts that we've gotten are they may or may not have more things they can do.
Yep.
They may or may not.
We will
Slavic
see.
multi-tool.
My sword's just gonna stay the same though. It's just a sword.
Now the sword just becomes like hyper versatile for months. It's still a pretty good sword, but it's like
Like
just
it's also like a really good
How
shovel.
did you get the toe? How did you enter my tomb? Just kind of jimmied the door open. With what? Sword.
My sword.
What? That had 10,000 years of curses and black magic warding it. No, yeah, you kind of have to like get it up.
1,000 slaves sacrificed themselves in an agonizing ritual to seal that door against all evils, goods, in-betweens, all forces of this plane and the next.
Yeah.
And you jimmied it with a sword?
Yeah, I noticed the souls are kind of had to. It was kind of a wrist thing you have to do. It's so on brand for you.
Yeah.
I'm going to take a moment to process the loss of thousands of years of my time and effort.
I don't know, maybe Errol's power will be just that he has no magic involved.
He survives Tkohl with no magical properties.
Okay.
I mean, that's gonna be tough. Once we
Anyway,
get
and after
into
another
later
2
levels.
days of comparatively very easy travel to agonizingly walking through the woods, just dropping water on the ground, you hear in the distance the rumble of a city. Characteristic. You know this sound. You know this sound. You know
Oh God!
this sound.
Civilization, whatever that is, civilization.
The sound of bustle, people, voices, markets, trolleys, carts, food vendors, thieves, parties.
I'm gonna get plastered. Like,
And quickly, the forest opens up into a relatively open field. Some of it seems to have been natural, some of it seems to have been felled and the stumps of trees dug up, or some of them just left. And the city of Logport opens up in front of you. The river roars next to it. Lumberjacks. As you walk in, a fresh set of logs is being loaded onto the stream by a crew of lumberjacks. Hard-working men in thick shirts with long beards and copious quantities of sweat. God, they reek. Wow. Oh.
Well,
they're a lumberjack.
if they need help around here, I suppose I could see if I could lend a hand. I'm probably about as strong as a few of those men.
The city
Anyway,
opens up in a sort of I shape.
all right. So
The center of the town, of course, being the market. And then the rest of the town sort of being divided by one main street that sort
yeah, is the river kind of like a slit through it?
of... No, the river is just to the side of it. It's sort of...
Okay.
The city is built into a sort of natural curve, not quite an oxbow, but a natural sort of bend to the river.
Oh, okay.
Nestled into that.
So the river's kind of like the upper lid or something.
Yes.
Of the eye. All right. So lovely. Well, we've made it back to civilization, guys.
Yep.
Yeah, I'm gonna go pickle myself in the nearest tavern if anyone needs me.
I'm just going to sit down for a little bit by the river.
Lily, now is your chance to get truly fucking hammered.
Really? You coming?
Yeah.